You ready, Nick? Let's get him.
Yo, what's good, my boy? What's up, man?
What's good, my nigga?
Chillin', man. How you doing, man?
Good. You ready to do this?
Yeah, you're always ready, man. You know that.
Okay. Go on and introduce yourself.
I mean, Flip CMB4, man. Everybody know me, man, from the streets. You know, I used to be repping the nation of thuggication.
Smack DVD, Papoose, Street Sweepers Entertainment, Thuggication. Y'all know the anthem. Let's go. Follow my lead.
Which I co-founded with Papoose, aka Fuckboy, you know, and you know, I just wanted to tell, you know, a lot of, you know, my side of the story, man, about what's going on, how that shit really went down, what took place, you know, as far as how we ain't really get our just doing all that shit because of this dude.
Okay. Let me bring everybody who listening, who tuning in up to date. If you're familiar with the Smack DVD franchise and you followed Papoose back then, you remember this man right here. He was in all of the videos. He was standing right next to him. He was very outspoken. He was one of the guys that said Papoose is one of the best in the world. He was ardently representing thuggication. So this is Flip out of Brooklyn. And we had a prior discussion about how why he isn't as visible as he once was and what happened to the whole thuggication situation. So we're going to tap in and get the floor to Flip right now. Flip, tell me how long you was rapping.
Me, man, I've been rapping since, you know, first, let me start off by saying I'm a child that have a speech impediment. So, you know, I started rapping when, you know, I used to hang with Pap, and, you know, I was in the sports and stuff when he came around the way, when he first, you know, came around the way, like, I think we was in 3rd, 4th grade, and, you know, I started hanging out with him. He used to always, you know, do the hip hop thing. So, you know, I started doing it, but like he used to always encourage me to rap. But I'm like, nah, man, I stutter and stuff, you know what I mean? So I used to always shy away. But how I think, you know, and say things, he'd be like, nah, son, you know, so he helped, like when I was younger, he helped support me and you know, and I guess open the door for me to get into the hip hop game and, you know, start exploring that because we had a real good friendship. You know what I'm saying? So I took that seriously. And, you know, I used to do sports and all that too, but so when I started doing that, I was probably, what, 13, 12, 13 and all that. And I started taking it serious. And then, you know, me and him used to, you know, go everywhere, battling everybody, because as soon as I got my confidence up, like it was over. You know what I'm saying? You know, you win that first battle and all that. Now I'm like, yo, fuck that stuttering shit. Like, I'm going at these niggas, man. Right. Shit. But that's how it was.
Initially, how did you meet Papoose?
When he first moved around the way, because Pap he's from Queens, you know what I mean? But he moved around the way when he was in the 3rd grade. He moved on my block. Well, he moved on the next block from me. I lived on Bainbridge between Rockaway and Thomas S. Boylan. He lived in Thomas Boylan, Bainbridge between Thomas Boylan and Saratoga. So he moved around there when we was, I think, in 3rd grade, and he was in class. And, you know, he moved, like, at this time around the way, it was, like, if you walk to the store on the corner of Rockaway, don't mean that you could go to the store on Hopkinson, which is now Thomas Boylan. You know what I mean? It was that serious in our hood at that time. So, you know, he was in my class. He was new. I took a liking to him. So, you know, I introduced him to the hood and stuff. So, you know what I mean? He could be all right and have a pass because, you know, that's how it was. Like, you just ain't coming around our hood and doing like whatever you want.
So you original Bainbridge.
Oh yeah, I'm born and raised on that block. My mom's, Alfred was going to sell a house that I stayed in. I grew up in. So my mom said no. She bought that house from her, and that's how she owned it. And he gave her an opportunity because she lived there for years. You know what I'm saying? So she gave her first opportunity. She was working 2 jobs, and you know he loved my mom's. Man, God bless the I forgot his last name. Alfred. What is it? I can't think of it, but his family, I send my love to them. Miss Essie and all them. But yeah, I grew up on Bainbridge.
Okay.
From day one. I was born in Kings County Hospital. That's what my mom's, that's where she was the head nurse. I was born in Kings County Hospital and everything. I'm official. I'm a BK native.
Which point did the music start to become meaningful? When did it become something that went beyond the block? Was you with him when he I think his first big situation was like meeting Coogee Rap or something like that? Was you around him?
Nah. We fuck with G Rap, but that wasn't the first major situation. Like we did the Big L tribute. We skipping a lot of shit though. You got to go through DR period, Smoother Hustler, Trigger the Gambler, Hood. You know what I mean? MOP in them, man. Like Hood, man. Like we from the bottom, and then me and Pap had the Diamond 3, so we started with Next Level. You know what I'm saying?
That was a company.
Smooth and Trade.
That's a company.
Yeah, Next Level. What you call it? Next Level DR period.
Yeah.
He makes beats.
I'm familiar with
He's
DR
well
period.
with
Yeah.
DR period. He did MOP. He did MOP albums, Smoother Hustler, Trigger the Game. He made joints for Nas, AZ. He's a well-known producer. So he had the whole Next Level movement. At this time though, I'm just in the cut as far as I'm Next Level, but I'm not, on the mic and rhyming and all. I'm doing my own little thing. But Pat, like he had him incorporated, he wanted to be by himself, but he still was incorporated with, Smooth and Trig. Like that's who D was messing with. So he liked the Pap. He was taking Pap 2 under the wing. But yeah, that was a whole lot. Like we learned a lot. Shout out to Smooth and Trig. Next Level, DV alias Christ. Those my mans.
Okay,
like family.
DV alias Christ. So this is Papoose. This is his roots with these guys that you naming, because they was established at the time.
Yeah, like me. Listen, DV alias Christ. I'm talking about. See, Smooth and Trig is a little older than us. Those are like like our OGs. You know what I mean? So we coming up. Like I'm doing shit behind Trig. Like Trig was somebody like I wanted to put on for. That's my son. He put on. I mean, you know how you young and you respect your older crowd. And we always trying to show that we coming up and we doing us.
Yeah.
So, Smooth and them was rappers in the hood. So that's how it was. Like when we was young, Smooth and them was shooting a video. Me and Pap was like, hanging on the gate, and up the hill, strapped up, doing shit like that, running around. So, but DV alias Christ, we actually was peers in the IS 271. In the lunchroom, we used to battle on the tables and stuff, you know what I mean, with the beatboxing and the rapping up the hill, down the hill. Like we came from that ledge. So we really, started out together.
Okay.
That's family.
Okay, so when was the Thuggication collective put together? When was that established?
Now that collective started in that was established in 610 Bainbridge Street by me and Papoose. Me and Papoose made the rules and regulations, and we drew up a lot of stuff as far as with the Nation of Thuggication. That was him and me that made that, and that came about when we was because we changed our name a few times because we had another person that was down with us, my man K from Bainbridge. Shout out to K. If I can remember correctly, we formed Thuggication, right? Damn, I think that was before I was in Transit Tech. That's before high school. Around sometime around there, junior high school, almost high school starting, like we really formed the Nation of Thuggication as far as me and him. And we started expanding, later on, incorporating with different people and individuals that became a part of it.
Okay. Did y'all graduate?
Me personally, I did. Pap had a situation because he went to automotive, and it was a lot of it was hectic in auto, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of static and stuff, and people that was involved with different people. So he ain't get a chance to graduate. Me, I went to Transit Tech in the East, man. God bless Mike Beck and Bill Blast, man. Like I was comfortable over there. You know what I mean? Those my OGs, so. I was good, man. On freshman day, man, I was popping on seniors, doing dumb shit like that. That's how comfortable I was. But yeah, I graduated from high school.
Okay.
Definitely.
So,
and I inspired, not to cut you off, but I inspired people up north too. When I was locked up, I I took my shit over because the kids was acting like that shit was a big deal. I said, yo, man, I was looking for college credits, and they like, yo, you ain't got your diploma and all that. So I wound up taking my shit in there just to inspire them and show them becoming a valedictorian all by mistake. Motherfuckers was like, this dude is crazy. That ass. But it inspired other kids. Like, I think like 15 or 16 of my mans that was in there that they wound up getting their diploma too. Well, they, you know what you call it. It's the same thing.
GD.
GD.
I got my GD.
Yeah, but they still got it. They got something. Yeah, they got it.
I got mine
Certified.
too.
I show that.
I went to
more
college.
than my diploma.
I went to college off of GD and shit. So.
Yeah, exactly. So look, that's definitely something. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, it's legit. So again, when did y'all start to get some major traction? Because in our
so we started. Well, we started to get
through my eyes. Y'all was one of the Smack guys. That was the stage. That was
the Smack. Oh, shout out to Smack. Hell yeah, man. Smack, man. Hey, yo, Smack used to call Pep for everything, you know what I mean? And then that was my man, Smack. He ain't even know I rap, so when he heard me, hey, man, if you remember Sub-Zero 2 from K-Slade,
all of them. I know all of
them. Sub, yeah. God bless K-Slade. So, you know, Sub used to always be like, yo, Flip, yo, rap and all that, like, and, you know, I used to do shit for Sub, but then I'd be like, yo, Sub, I didn't put that shit out. He said, yeah, man, that nigga Pep told me don't play it, man, don't put it out. I was like, word? Like, always shit like that, like he's trying to set me up to come out with somebody special, like it's set up. Like, God bless Mike Beck. When me and Mike Beck, we made a joint, Mike Beck called me upset, man. I'm like, yo, man, what up? He's like, yo, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? I'm like, what happened? He's like, nah, I told Slade to play the joint. Slade like he can't play it because Flip on it and Pap got something special set up. So I'm like, yo, Pap, why the fuck could you tell Slade he can't play the joint? He's like, no, I'm just saying you repping Thugger Case. So I'm like, yo, nigga, listen, man, me repping Thugger Case ain't got nothing to do. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always got an excuse for, yo, if you doing something like when, what you call it, the same thing with his wife. When Rem said, yo, I don't want Thugger Case on my album. I want Flip on my shit. Yo, Flip, you jacking that? Yeah, I'm jacking that. Remy said, I'm a Remy fan. She making me feel good. I'm not knocking the fact that she don't want my mans, but the fact that she want me, I'm still appreciative. How the fuck as a fan, I'm not supposed to feel good? That's her shit.
Okay.
Whoa.
So,
used to be little shit like that used to get me upset.
You was with him through the whole Smack.
I used to protect that man, and make sure he was okay.
Every one of them videos, front of the corner store.
Everyone. Listen, man, I was with everything. I told him, I tell him in his face, didn't I tell you don't give Remy that thing? Didn't I tell you that? And you said, why? I said, because she gonna fucking shoot somebody. You act like you don't know, like you don't got your fucking brain turned on sometimes. You let this rap shit get your mind all fucked up. Sometimes people get caught up into, you know, the image. They start feeling like, you know, if you, not to say I'm not trying to be vindictive and all that, but I always refer, because I was a kid, I love Superman. Like, you a Superman kid like me. Who was your Superman? Keanu Reeves, right? The man that fell off the horse and wound up sitting his ass in a fucking wheelchair, which I was like, damn, that's Superman. But that's what some people happened to him. He thought he was Superman, so you start doing things like that and you start acting as such, thinking that anything gonna go. But you just a person. And he got real obnoxious and big-headed and started doing things that caused a lot of issues. And instead of trying to say, you know, I made a mistake, let me step back and start, you know, taking counsel and start observing and trying to do better. You just say fucking and start doing things way more wrong, and that's how shit fell apart.
You was there through the Uncle Murda situation.
Yeah, I was there through the Uncle Murda situation. I thought, like I said, like Uncle Murda, I like Uncle Murda. Shout out to Uncle Murda, because he, like, you know what I mean, like, to me, man. That thing was about, like, that shit was a gimmick. He trying to say Uncle Murda was sounding like him, his style, man. That shit was about him being jealous, man. The first thing he told me, man, honestly, was like, yo, because boom, some shit happened with Remy wanted to go hang out with him. You know what I'm saying?
Threatened by Murda.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Shout out to Murda, but something happened. Look, it was a situation. Look. Remy wound up going to hang out with them, you know, his team, whoever, you know what I mean?
GMG.
So, yeah, GMG. She however she got with them, she chilling. So, she asking them about us, like, so you know, it's normal Brooklyn niggas like, yo, fuck the nigga, oh, fuck with them niggas, you know. But you know me, I'm looking at it like when Pat telling me, I'm like, why the fuck she asking them about us? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that shit ain't about nothing. You know, I'm not really stressing the fact that niggas like, yo, man, fuck them niggas and all that. I'm not worried about that. You know what I mean? But the fact that, I mean, as far as me, niggas fuck with me. It's just that niggas ain't really fuck with son. Like, niggas know me. Niggas like, yo, flip out. But him, he ain't like the response that was given. Like, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So she asked them GMG niggas, what's up with y'all? What's up with them niggas?
Yeah, like what's up with Papoose? Yeah, so niggas, he ain't like the response.
Okay.
Because you know, I'm in the strap in the East and all that. You know what I mean? God bless my son, Mike Beck, Bill Blast. I be in the East, man. You know, my son rocking them.
Right.
Like I be in the East.
So
heavy.
So he didn't like
City Line and all that.
So he didn't like what was said.
He ain't like the response. He didn't like the response that was bestowed upon him as far as he was concerned.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because niggas ain't really know him for nothing. So like that the fuck, like they niggas don't really fuck with that nigga. So that right there put a fucking chip on his shoulder because that's the woman you understand that, right?
Yeah.
That put that chip
I'm
on his
absorbing
shoulder.
everything you're saying. Okay, he was offended or whatever. If she asked them, that was some rotten shit. That if she asked them about them, of course they gonna say whatever they want to say. And he didn't have to respond.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I didn't even, you know why I wasn't mad at her? Because she's staticky. She with the shits and she want to just, you know she inquiring. We in the street. She just, you know what I mean? She a fit, she want to know what's going on. Like I said, I wasn't, niggas know what's up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't had no issue, but as far as him, that made his little ego, you know what I mean, a little offended, you know what I mean?
So essentially, it all started about some, it's kind of like some female shit.
I mean, yeah, that's how it essentially to me.
That's what it is. That's what you're describing to me.
Exactly. But listen, but you know, dudes will try to say something else after you know, things get out of hand. But me remembering that now all of a sudden I'm like, yo, Pat, because he's saying, yo, this nigga still in the style. He sound like him and all that. Like he just got a problem with something. I'm like, boy, don't sound nothing like you, boy.
No, you sound nothing like you. Nah.
Word. So he mad at me like, yo, this nigga flip like always got a problem with me because you know me, I'm not no yes man. I'm not gonna jack anything.
Right. So I'm
like, nah.
It turned into
a
music thing first because shit was coming on them DVDs and shit. So
yeah.
So he said something on a song?
Yeah, he was talking greasy. He was talking greasy. He always throwing shots. That's what he do. He talk greasy. That's what he do. He talk greasy and throw shots.
Okay. And then Murda said something, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Murda said something, and then after that, you know what I mean, shit got, you know what I mean, a little silly.
But that situation that was described on the DVD, that was all real. That shit was all serious. How did it get quelled? How did y'all get past that?
I mean, you know, me personally, I was locked up. So when I got locked up, me and the Genie, right, me and MUSE, you know what I mean, I made a phone call home, cause boom, Uncle Murda, his little he got a baby brother. He was locked up too. You know what I'm saying? He was locked up at the time with my son Islam, twin. That's my man. You know, he Muslim. You know what I'm saying? That's King. That's my son, but you know, he official. He got family that's official, and you know what I mean? That's my son. So it was a lot of static going on. And you know, he was like, that's his little man and shit, you know what I mean? He was letting me know that's his family and all that. So I'm like, yo, son ain't got nothing to do with that. But then his man came through, the Brown. When Debo Brown came through.
They used to be in the videos with him.
Debo Brown. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? Yeah. So you know what I mean? So boom, I'm locked up now.
Y'all was locked up together?
Yeah, no, he wasn't in my house, but no, the big homie, the nigga Dick Wolf in my house. That's my man. Wolf like, yo, that nigga Brown here, and my son Verb. So I'm like, yo, who Brown? He's like Uncle Murda man. So boom, when I see him, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get next to him to see, like, check his temperature.
Right.
And then he was just telling me, like, basically Uncle Murda and Pap is singing Kumbaya now that the goons is locked up. The niggas ain't really got no issues.
So that's how
So I'm like, word? It was just going down. Now niggas locked up. Niggas is cool. You know, niggas could have been, I've been telling Pap that shit ain't about nothing. I said, yo, boom, niggas like, you know what I mean? So when Brown come through, me and MUSE, he come to the service, to Muslim service, and we chop it up. And You know, he tell us what was going on. And the only thing we was concerned about at that time, but Dick Wolf and them was right there. Only thing that was concerning at that time was the streets not being said that, yo, niggas bowed out or anything. Let the real story be told, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because, you know, I orchestrated it because I was the head security in the MUSE. So I'm getting everybody pulled down, you know what I mean?
You ready, Nick? Let's get him. Play my song. Huh. Play my song. What's good, my nigga? It's been a minute. I had to double back, spin the block, perfecting these things.